Hello, and welcome to celiac.com news. Subscribe to our channel to get the latest celiac disease and gluten-free diet news. And if you have any questions, be sure to join the celiac.com forum at www.celiac.com. And now, let's move on to more celiac.com news. Hidden gluten in everyday products. What you need to avoid. Gluten is a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye that can cause severe health issues for individuals with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity. Most people are aware of the obvious sources of gluten in foods like bread, pasta, and baked goods, but gluten can also hide in less obvious places. From processed foods to personal care products, gluten can sneak into your daily routine in ways you might not expect. Let's explore some of the hidden sources of gluten that you need to watch out for, and some practical tips on how to avoid them. Sneaky gluten in processed foods. Gluten is often used as a thickening agent or filler in a wide range of processed foods, making it difficult to avoid unless you carefully check ingredient labels. Below are some common food categories where gluten may be lurking. 1. Sauces and condiments. Many sauces and condiments contain gluten as a thickening agent or as part of flavor additives. Soy sauce, for example, is typically made from fermented wheat, making it a major gluten offender. Barbecue sauces, salad dressings, marinades, and gravy mixes may also include gluten, even if they don't taste like wheat-based products. To be safe, look for products labeled gluten-free or opt for tamari as a gluten-free soy sauce alternative. 2. Processed meats. Gluten can be hidden in processed meats like sausages, hot dogs, deli meats, and prepackaged burger patties. These products may contain breadcrumbs or other gluten-based fillers that help bind the meat. Always read labels carefully and choose brands that specifically state they are gluten-free. 3. Spice blends and seasonings. It's easy to assume that individual herbs and spices are naturally gluten-free, but pre-made spice blends and seasoning mixes can be a surprising source of gluten. Some manufacturers add flour or wheat starch as an anti-caking agent to keep spices from clumping. When shopping for spices, opt for single-ingredient options or gluten-free labeled spice blends. 4. Soups and broths. Packaged soups and bouillon cubes are another area where gluten can sneak in. Flour is often used to thicken soups, and barley is sometimes added as a flavoring agent. Even broths, which seem like a safe choice, can sometimes include gluten-based additives. When in doubt, choose brands that are certified gluten-free or make your own soups at home. 5. Candy and sweets. Surprisingly, some candies contain gluten, particularly those with malt flavoring, which is derived from barley. Chewy candies, licorice, and even chocolate bars can contain gluten, making it essential to check the ingredient list before indulging in your favorite treats. Gluten in non-food products. While most people are vigilant about avoiding gluten in their food, they may not realize that gluten can also be found in personal care and household products. While it may not cause an internal reaction unless ingested, using products containing gluten can still pose risks, especially for those with severe celiac disease or gluten sensitivity. 1. Beauty products. Gluten is sometimes used as a binding agent or filler in cosmetics and skincare products, including makeup, lotions, and shampoos. Lipsticks and lip balms in particular can be risky because they are applied to the mouth and could be accidentally ingested. Always choose beauty products that are labeled gluten-free and be especially cautious with anything that could come into direct contact with your mouth. 2. Hair care products. Shampoos, conditioners, and hair styling products can also contain gluten, which might surprise many. While gluten in these products may not be absorbed through the skin, the risk arises from accidentally ingesting small amounts of product while washing your hair. For people with gluten sensitivity, using gluten-free hair care products is a safer choice. 3. Medications and supplements. Some over-the-counter medications, vitamins, and supplements use gluten as a filler or binder. This can be particularly concerning because gluten content in these products may not always be clearly listed on the label. Speak to your doctor or pharmacist about gluten-free alternatives, and always check with manufacturers to verify whether their products contain gluten. You can search this site for prescriptions medications, but will need to know the manufacturer maker if there is more than one, especially if you use a generic version of the medication. dailymed.nlm.nih.gov. To see the ingredients, you will need to click on the correct version of the medication and maker in the results, then scroll down to Ingredients and Appearance and click it, and then look at Inactive Ingredients, as any gluten ingredients would likely appear there, rather than in the active ingredients area. 4. Toothpaste and mouthwash. Although most toothpastes and mouthwashes are naturally gluten-free, in rare cases they can also contain gluten, especially those that include flavorings or thickeners. Since these products come into direct contact with your mouth, choosing gluten-free options is crucial to avoid accidental ingestion. 5. Household products. Though less common, certain household items, such as dishwashing detergents and cleaning products, may also contain gluten-derived ingredients. While the chances of ingesting gluten from these products are low, people with severe gluten sensitivities may prefer to use gluten-free cleaning products to eliminate any risk. Tips for avoiding hidden gluten. Navigating the hidden sources of gluten can be challenging, but with a few smart strategies, you can protect yourself from accidental exposure. 1. Read labels carefully. One of the most important steps is to always read labels, even on products you wouldn't expect to contain gluten. Gluten can be hidden in ingredients like malt, wheat starch, or hydrolyzed wheat protein. However, labels are not always complete or clear, especially when it comes to processed foods and non-food items. This is where visiting the company's website can be incredibly helpful. Many companies provide detailed ingredient lists, frequently asked questions, and information on whether their products are gluten-free. In fact, some manufacturers will even provide documentation or certification on their websites that guarantees their products have been tested and meet the standards for being labeled gluten-free. If the information online is still unclear, don't hesitate to contact the company directly. Most companies have customer service hotlines or email support where you can ask specific questions about the gluten-free status of a product. When contacting the company, ask about their manufacturing processes and whether their products are made in facilities that handle gluten, as cross-contamination can sometimes occur. You can also inquire if they perform regular gluten testing on their products to ensure they meet safety standards. By taking this extra step, you can get accurate, up-to-date information and have peace of mind knowing exactly what you're consuming or using. Taking a proactive approach and engaging with manufacturers ensures you are fully informed about the products you use, which is crucial for maintaining a gluten-free lifestyle. 2. Choose certified gluten-free products. Many companies now offer certified gluten-free options across a wide range of categories, from food to beauty products. Products with a certified gluten-free label have undergone rigorous testing and must meet strict standards, such as containing less than 10 parts per million ppm of gluten, 50% less than that required by regulatory agencies like the FDA. This certification process is typically conducted by third-party organizations to ensure the product is safe for those with celiac disease or gluten sensitivities. On the other hand, items simply labeled gluten-free may not always meet these stringent testing requirements. While the gluten-free label indicates the product doesn't contain gluten ingredients, it may still carry a higher risk of cross-contamination if it's not certified. Whenever possible, opt for certified products to have an extra layer of assurance, but at the very least, choose items clearly marked gluten-free to reduce the risk of gluten exposure. 3. Ask questions. When dining out or trying new products, asking the right questions is essential to protecting yourself from hidden gluten. Restaurants, in particular, can be a major source of gluten exposure, even when offering gluten-free options. Cross-contamination often occurs in kitchens where gluten-containing ingredients are used alongside gluten-free ones. For example, a restaurant might prepare gluten-free pasta, but cook it in the same pot or water used for regular pasta, or gluten-free pizza may be made on the same surface used for dough containing wheat. This can result in trace amounts of gluten making their way into your meal, enough to trigger symptoms in those with celiac disease or gluten intolerance. To avoid this, don't hesitate to ask the restaurant staff how they prepare gluten-free meals. Some important questions to ask include whether they use separate utensils, cookware, or prep areas for gluten-free foods, and if they train their staff on gluten safety. You can also inquire about specific ingredients and how they ensure their gluten-free options remain safe from cross-contact. Many restaurants are happy to accommodate special dietary needs, but it's always a good idea to have a thorough conversation before ordering to ensure your meal is safe. 4. Stay vigilant with cross-contamination. Even products that are naturally gluten-free can become contaminated with gluten during manufacturing or preparation. For example, oats are often processed in facilities that also handle wheat, which can lead to cross-contamination. Make sure to choose products that are labeled as gluten-free and produced in dedicated gluten-free facilities. When trying new products, it's equally important to verify the gluten content. Some products may claim to be gluten-free, but are processed in facilities that handle gluten-containing grains, leading to potential cross-contamination. If you're unsure about the gluten status of a product, it's worth reaching out to the manufacturer for clarification. As mentioned earlier, many companies offer detailed information online, but if anything is unclear, don't hesitate to contact them directly. Ask about their gluten-free certification process, whether the product is tested for gluten, and if the manufacturing facility handles other gluten-containing products. By staying informed and asking the right questions, whether at a restaurant or with a product manufacturer, you can better protect yourself from accidental gluten exposure. This proactive approach is essential for maintaining your health and continuing your gluten-free journey safely. The importance of staying gluten-free. For individuals with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, avoiding gluten is critical to maintaining good health. Hidden gluten in everyday products, from sauces to beauty items, can be tricky to spot but can still cause harm. By becoming more aware of where gluten might be hiding and making conscious choices about the products you use and consume, you can significantly reduce the risk of accidental gluten exposure. Staying vigilant, reading labels, and choosing gluten-free certified products can help ensure that you live a safe and healthy gluten-free lifestyle. To get the latest celiac disease news and information, be sure to subscribe to celiac.com news. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time.